Hi there, it's Elizabeth, and I'm back with a typical day in the life of a coach, what you can expect, and how you can expect to divide up your time and what tasks you should be doing if you want to build this business. So I think for starters, it's important to say that this is the number one determinant of your income is the time that you put into it on a consistent basis. So if you can put in 1 hour into your business once a week, then it's a hobby. If you can put in an hour a day is when you're going to start to build a really solid business. And as you put in more and do more of the business building activities, so it's not just like 3 hours a day of watching YouTube videos. There's more that has to be done. So it's the time that's put in on a consistent basis and the right activities on a consistent basis. But you do not have to spend all day on it. I'm going to describe exactly for you how I handle it while working full time. And it's something that can work really well even, for a stay-at-home parent, if you have childcare duties and a lot of duties around the home and just keeping your household going, or if you're working outside of the home too, this is something you can fit in addition. And the other thing I want to say before I get into it is the whole reason you're starting a business is you want a source of income that's flexible and that gives you freedom, right? And that's exactly what this is. That's part of why you would do it, right? So what I'm about to describe for you as my typical day, you don't have to do it at the same time as I do. And your typical day doesn't have to look the same way mine does. The really cool thing about this business is we give you a basically done for you system where you just like plug yourself in and do all the steps. Like we tell you exactly what to do. And as long as you take action, you're going to see the results. But at the same time, all that being said, at the end of the day, being a business owner is about taking risks, experimenting, and, some people don't love that part of it. And sometimes, some days I don't love it either, but because, there's always a chance that whatever experiment you try might not work out, right? You have to go back to the drawing board and try something else. But what I'm trying to say is, once you get into it and you learn the systems that have been created for you, there's always the possibility to do it a different way, to try it your own way and make it your own. And you don't have to do exactly, like, I'm not going to be giving you orders. It's essentially what I'm saying. It's up to you to find a way to get the results that you want in your business. And if it's my way or if it's your own way, it's up to you. So time flexibility and then freedom in terms of how you work and how you structure it. It's pretty fun, right? So I'll tell you typically on a weekday how I fit my business in, and then I'll mention at the end the types of activities that I usually do on the weekends when I have more time because I don't have to work outside other than the business on those days. So typically, first and foremost, every single morning I get up and I do my workout before work. Sometimes I have done it in the evening. Last year, all winter long, I did it in the evening so I could sleep in a little more in the morning. So then, in that case, first thing when I get home, I'm putting on my workout clothes. I'm getting started as soon as possible. But otherwise, right now, my alarm goes off at 6 a.m. I'm up and I'm getting my workout started by 6:30. So get my workout out of the way. I feel great, energized all day long, a sense of accomplishment, check that off the to-do list, and then I go and I work my full day, and when I get home from work, that's when I start the business activities. Now, your workout is one of the essential parts of it. And I should also say, feeding our bodies nutritious food is another big part of it, and so when I get home, sometimes right away I cook dinner. I usually cook every other day and then have leftovers on the second day. But there's definitely ways to make it even more efficient. Do all your cooking on the weekends, like grab and go foods that are still healthy but don't require cooking necessarily. There are different ways to do it to really be efficient with your time, but I enjoy cooking, so I usually cook like 4 nights a week. But I don't pick recipes that take me 4 hours because I want to get it over and done with within 1 hour at the most, and then I can get on to other business activities. So we mentioned your own journey is first and foremost, your workouts, your nutrition, and also sharing about it on social media. So pretty much every day I'm putting up some type of photo or video related to my workout or to fitness in general, exercise in general. And sometimes it's more on the mindset side of it, of like kind of the mental side of fitness and exercise. And sometimes it's literally like, this is what my workout was today and this is how it felt and things like that. Sometimes it's a little bit of like information, education about fitness. I try to find different angles on it so it's not just every single day, got my workout done. Leg day, check, you know. You find ways to keep it interesting when you're passionate about fitness. Same goes for nutrition. Most nights I post my dinner, but the caption that goes along with it would either say what it is, that's kind of basic version, or give some education about nutrition, some details about the particular plan that I'm following right now. Again, there are different angles you can take to keep it interesting and to vary it up. All right, so then you're just being that consistent presence on social media. So you're leading by example. People know that they know what you're doing, and they know that you're not just trying to get them to sign up for this exercise program that you know nothing about, right? You do know because you've done it yourself. You've lived it, and you know that it's possible to get in that habit, and you're proving to them that it's possible because you're doing it. So that's really what it's all about, walking the walk. And that is the absolute foundation of your business. If you do nothing else, you've got to do that. All right, so then when I am getting down to business with the actual business tasks, what I usually do first is personal development, a few minutes of a personal growth book of some sort. And I'm not, again, like you could read personal development for 4 hours and be like, oh, I worked for 4 hours today. But those are not the business building activities when that's all you're doing. It's very important that you do it, but like 5 or 10 minutes a day. You can do a little more if you have time, but that's all that's really required to really kind of have an aha moment, light bulb moment where I learn something and get my mind in a positive place where I'm, not feeling tired and run down, but where I feel inspired that I have reconnected to how our programs can change people's lives and to how much people really need positivity in their lives. And that's, a big, that's something that we offer in addition to exercise and nutrition. Okay. So getting in that reading, and I often share like a quote from that on social media somewhere as well. So right there you have your 3 posts for the day. I do want to say, so in addition to being present on social media, there's also connecting with people. And basically making new friends online is how I put it, but connecting with your people, the people that you want to get to know and you want to help with your programs. And I spoke in yesterday's video about a little bit about my niche, so I'm not going to go over that again, but basically you decide a specific target audience that you want to work with, and then we have all of the training to help you learn how to connect with that audience using social media. And I'm just going to go quickly through the ways that I do that because I want to give you a few examples so you can get a sense of what this would be. So yes, it is possible to build this business without social media. People have done it with more like in-person, like group exercise instructors. There are different ways to do it, just meeting people in your community. Again, it can be done, but that's not what I teach people because that's not what I've done. So if you hate social media and you want to try the business without it, you're more than welcome. And like I said, you forge your own path and you have that freedom. But my trainings mostly deal with how to do it on social media because, again, I teach what I have done. So, for example, how I would connect with people. One of the ways is my Facebook business page. I think I have about 8,500 followers now that I've built up over the last 4 years. So whenever there are new people on the page, new and different people liking or commenting on a post, connecting with them just means either, responding to their comment. I send them a welcome message. Thanks for liking the page, invitation to join my email list and get more, free recipes and fitness tips. There are different ways to do it, and sometimes, asking questions, getting to know people. But it's basically, connecting with your followers beyond just like throwing up posts, having that personal connection where you're noticing them and you're getting to know them. And, that goes for all of my social media channels. So the first is kind of the people who have found me. But then there are ways to get out there and, so for example, because I don't have a lot of time to put into my business, I invest money in Facebook ads to bring people to me, and they're targeted to my target audience. So that is, again, something I've learned and something you would be trained on were you to join our team. We have all of those details for you, all of those tutorials of exactly how to do it, and I'll be here with you to help you figure it out as well, how to reach your target audience. But if you don't feel like you want to spend money on that right now, there are ways to do it that don't cost money. For example, finding people through hashtags on Instagram, finding people in Facebook groups and communities. And it's not just like going in and spamming people and like, join my challenge group. In fact, please don't do that. We don't encourage that. It makes us look bad. It makes the whole company look bad. It's not effective either. People just have a radar up for that, and they're like, who are you and why are you asking me to buy something? Okay, so when I say connecting with people, it's really, like I said, making new friends online and finding people that you genuinely want to get to know. And maybe down the road, your program would be a good fit for them. Maybe, maybe not. But not having that ulterior motive when you first meet them. There's a lot that we do to help people that doesn't cost them anything. I mean, when you're putting up a post with a motivational quote, somebody might see that and their whole day might be made just because of it. So you are giving of yourself before asking people to buy anything. That's part of the reason for being present on social media. All right, so we're sharing our journey, we're connecting, we are meeting new people, and then the other thing that's really essential at the beginning is checking in to my virtual support groups that I have going on right now. And this is the recognition piece that I was talking about in the previous video, just making sure that I am staying aware of what's happening with my clients and what they might be struggling with, celebrating their victories with them. But that's something that's really important and needs to be done on a daily basis. Okay, so, and then, well, the other thing that needs to be done on a daily basis of some sort is actually inviting people to join you in your program. You can do it once a week, but it's easier if you just do it daily and get it out of the way. And that's where I was saying, don't be spammy. It's about staying organized and, keeping track of the people who did express some interest at one time. So you're not randomly approaching people who have expressed no interest. Keeping track of the ones who have been interested, following up with them once a month, once every 3 months, depending. And then, connecting with new people and putting out there that you're offering a program. That can be kind of a stumbling block, and we provide you assistance with that too, because it can be a little unnerving to put yourself out there at first, especially. So, we provide you with suggestions for, how to phrase your posts and your invitations. And then when, if say you've got your first post going up, you're ready to put it up saying, this is the program I'm offering. This is what you get if you join me. This is who it's for. I'd be happy to take a look at that and provide feedback before you post it. So that's really what you can expect in our team mentorship, just very hands-on. So on the weekends when I have more time, everything I've told you so far, that's pretty much what I do on a weeknight. That's it. So then on the weekends when I have more time, I do things like planning my upcoming challenges. A free challenge once a month is also another way that I bring in people who are in my target audience, who are interested in the things that I offer. You give a little bite of it for free. It's like the appetizer to the main course, which is your challenge group. So the free challenge is an appetizer for the paid program. So I plan my content and get all of my posts, the information I'm going to present. I get it all ready on the weekends for the upcoming month. I might do some content that takes a little more time, like blog posts, creating my newsletter, making videos for YouTube. My weekends are when I connect more with my team, just make sure that I know what's going on with them, help them troubleshoot any challenges that they're having. We share the trainings that have really helped us, during the past week. We have a call on Sunday when we get on and do video chat together and kind of work alongside each other, and it's a chance to share thoughts and make sure that everyone is up to date on news and announcements. But just having that FaceTime, I think, is important and wonderful and fun. And the weekends are also when I go a little bit more in depth with the trainings. Like if I have a video series I want to watch, or a longer video or something that involves like journaling work that I want to dig into and not, I do some training each day. It's usually while I'm cooking, like chopping the vegetables for dinner. Maybe while I'm washing my face at night, I squeeze it into like every little crack in the day. But, like I said, most of those on the weeknights, I'm doing something else at the same time. So then on the weekend, if it was a really good one, I'm like, I need to go back and take notes and give this my entire attention. That's what I would do on the weekend. But lifelong learning is really a core value of this company and especially of our team. You want to be learning something new every day, always learning and growing. And you don't have to be an expert. I think I said that in a previous video, that the programs are designed to stand on their own. They were designed by nutritionists and sports scientists, so we're the guides. But that being said, I think to be a good coach, to be the best coach you can be, it helps to be passionate about learning and maybe be pursuing a new either certification or continuing education course, or just like reading about nutrition a lot, reading about fitness. Pretty much every week when I'm writing up posts for my challenge group, I do some additional research and dig into a topic, see if there's maybe any new articles that have been published about it. But I'm always looking to educate myself more in order to best help my clients. So that's, like I said, something I dig into a little bit more on the weekends. So that's really it. Those are the tasks of a coach. Of course, if you have questions about any of this, let me know. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I hope to hear from you. We can talk more about potentially joining Team Lives on Fire.